Hello, and welcome to MoviePod, a reclaimed cinema podcast. I'm your host, Brian Wishart. So, since I lost the Die Hard 2 episode due to me being an idiot not hitting the record button, we're down a Christmas episode for December. So I figured it'd be kind of fun to throw an extra Christmas episode in as a bonus episode for the mix. Hallmark has its Christmas movies, and they did a movie called Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story last year, which sucked because it's the Kansas City Chiefs. But now I'm doing the Buffalo Bills, who are an infinitely better team and a way better organization. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk about this one a little bit. Joining me, I have Ethan. How are you doing, Ethan?
Doing pretty good. Happy to be on for the podcast.
Glad to have you. Yeah, so I'm a Bills fan. You're a Vikings fan. These are two franchises that have both lost 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah, we have not done the best when it comes to football and such.
Yeah, they're two franchises that, when it matters, they fuck it up. And
yeah.
what's kind of, and so, like, it's funny. So Hallmark did it, because clearly the Hallmark's movie, Holiday Touchdown, a Chiefs love story, is kind of trying to, like, capitalize on the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift whole thing.
Yeah, very much so.
And there was, like, 2 of them last year, actually. I'm blanking on the name of the other movie that came out, which was sort of, more of, like, a pop star and a guy falling in love, I think.
Oh,
I saw that one,
okay.
too, but, like, all these movies blend together for me. Like, I've seen... I guess a good question to ask, like, what's your general experience with the Hallmark movies in general?
I think this is the first time I've actually, like, sat through one fully, but I'm very much familiar with them. Back when I lived with my parents and all that, they would watch Hallmark movies all the time, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just pass by their bedroom, or, like, I'd come to talk about something with them quick, and they'd just have them on pretty much, like, constantly. And you can always tell when it's one, too, just because, like, they have that very specific, like, vibe to them that only Hallmark movies have.
Yeah, like, they have a very specific look to them. It's such a well-oiled machine at this point in time that, like, they can crank them out so fast, too. So, like, the director of this movie, what's his name here? The director of this movie, Dustin Reichert, he has 2 Christmas movies for Hallmark out this December.
Jeez, how many has he done before that, you know?
Oh, he's done a lot. Like, he's... I think I saw on Letterboxd he's made at least a dozen movies or something.
Jesus Christ, he's done,
he's
like...
also a producer for a Chiefs love story as well. A director of 31 movies, it seems, or 31 just things in general. That's what IMDb's telling me.
Yeah, and it says on here he's produced, like, 44 of them. Jesus Christ.
So he's... when you get this whole Lifetime thing, like or Hallmark Lifetime, these kind of companies that kind of mass produce these kind of TV movies, you get into a pretty good system if you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so, like, part of, someone like me who kind of wants something different in movies, like, I think Hallmark movies, they kind of just blend together. Lifetime movies, though, those are a blast. Lifetime movies are all insane in their own unique ways.
I haven't seen that.
You gotta go deep into Lifetime movies. They're so much fun.
The handful of the ones I've seen, though, look like absolutely insane, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's always just some shit happening in them. And it's
my favorite part with Lifetime movies, it's like, because they're often targeted towards, like, a white, middle-aged women demographic. So, me being a white guy who's not the target audience, it's funny seeing how, like, another part of society lives.
Yeah.
And what their fears are. And what rules about Lifetime movies, and also the same thing with Hallmark movies too, is that Lifetime thrillers especially are, like, kind of trying to appeal to the wine moms who they're kind of worried what their daughter's gonna be up to. It's a bit of a moral panic.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what if my daughter's with the wrong guy? Christmas
what if
movies,
he's with
though,
a killer or a stalker?
Have you seen have you heard of Stalked by My Doctor?
I think I've heard of that one, yeah.
Yeah. So there's 5 of them. It's Eric Roberts. He plays Dr. Albert Beck, and he plays a lunatic doctor who stalks his young patients.
Jesus Christ.
And as the first one is, typical, he's just a crazy doctor who stalks his patient. Second one, they basically have him, like, talking to, like, a double of himself, and, like, kind of like a devil on his shoulder, like, angel on his shoulder type thing. And, like, his evil part of him is, like, wearing a Hawaiian shirt, telling him to, like, oh, you should fuck that little girl kind of thing. So you should absolutely watch those movies, because I feel like, because, like, these are TV movies we're talking about. They are made for they're palatable, right? You're not going to get, like, blood, gore, ton of nudity and sex. Like, sometimes you really luck out, though, because, like, during COVID, like me and my friends did a lot of virtual watch parties, and we ended up watching so many Lifetime movies together because they were just such a blast. So I saw watch like at least like conservative like at least 30 at least Lifetime movies during COVID. So
Yeah, like so just to go back to the movie thing. So the Devil Guy, does he like just does he appear like from the second one onto like the other ones too, or is he just in that one?
oh, and he's in the rest of the series. Yeah, yeah. They're pumping out the Stockholm documentary like once a year, but I think they kind of paused it for, which is kind of surprising because Eric Roberts is still making Lifetime movies with the same director, just not
Just
in the
different
universe anymore.
ones.
And yeah, so like even with this movie too, like so like the lead stars of a Holly Touchdown Chief's love story. I forget what the guy's name is. Every guy in a Hallmark movie looks the exact fucking same. They're such generic looking hunks. They're like, they
Very
are
like generic cookie cutter handsome white guys, basically.
yeah, and they seem harmless. And I think that's the biggest thing of all is that there's never really an edge to them at all. And like in this movie too, like he's like, he has a hidden crush for her. But he has like no like deep dark secrets like other than the crush.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like, battling a pill addiction or something.
Yeah, like there's like nothing like really like there's no like deep like struggles that they're going through. Which I will say on the subject of that, that's kind of why have you seen the Hallmark Murder Mystery at all?
Hallmark Murder Mystery. I've seen Hallmark Murder Mysteries, but I've not seen the one.
There's like this series that they started doing. I think I talked about it like a little bit ago in like one of the like group chats written, but like I was live posting through it, and it's fucking surreal because like there should not be a dead body that's shown in a Hallmark film.
Yeah.
And it just randomly, in the first, like, episode, like, the first 5 minutes, it just cuts to, like, a dead body in the middle of the woods. No blood, mind you. No blood on him. But you can tell he's clearly dead. And it's just, like, it's fucking surreal just seeing, like, that. It's like, I don't know, it's like seeing, like, a childhood actor dealing with, like, some kind of substance abuse, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like almost out of like left field, but at the same time, like Hallmark does branch out. Like there are some like Halloween movies they do and stuff, which like are kind of some like PG-13, 14A kind of rated things. So like have some depth and murder to them. But this one, we should probably get to the movie itself too. But like this one is it's a tame movie. It's an easy watch, and I think it's in a Letterboxd review. It's almost like the Bill's Love Story movie. It's basically like a Christmas decoration. How like it's just basically just appealing. It's something like you can just look at. It's kind of not deep, not full of substance, but it's like, hey, it reminds you it's Christmas, right?
Yeah, it does its job very well.
Mm-hmm. And like, I'm not sure if this is a better movie than the Chiefs one or not, because I'm biased against the Chiefs because fuck the Chiefs and how they kill the Bills every playoffs.
I still haven't seen the first one. This was the first one in the series I've seen.
Yeah. So like, there's just the two of them so far, and like, I imagine if this one's a hit, they're going to keep going through all the NFL franchises.
I'd assume so, and I'm curious to see what they'll do for the other teams.
I'm thinking like, I think you got to do some snowy teams, right? So you can't like
for sure.
A Miami love story would be the most fucked up thing ever.
I don't think Miami gets that much snow or anything like that. Just a hunch.
And so a lot of this movie was actually filmed in the Buffalo area. So like, between Buffalo and Orchard Park where the Buffalo Bills play their football games. And I feel like a lot of Hallmark Lifetime movies are all filmed in like Vancouver. So like, oftentimes it's really funny sometimes where like, they film stuff in the summer. So like these movies, like even this movie is still filmed in the summer. There's probably a lot of fake snow for it, but you can fake a lot of small towns like in New England with like fake snow and stuff. But I think it's gonna be hard to fake palm trees, like if they're gonna do like Holiday Touchdown, a Buccaneers love story.
Like,
although if they use actual pirates for that might be worth watching.
Oh god, yeah, like some fucking weird Christmas pirate float.
Oh, it sounds awesome.
Santa with like an eye patch on.
Yeah.
Or some.
They have to go to the Bucks pirate ship at the stadium there for the just secure their love. Okay, I want this movie to happen a lot.
They're like on like the fucking what's the thing called, the front of the ship, whatever that is.
Oh,
There,
the bow?
yeah, I think it's the
Yeah.
bow. Like they're up at the bow, like ready, like proposing or something like that.
Like Kate and Leo in Titanic.
Exactly, exactly. Like, and like on snowier ones, like that's why I feel like a lot of the Midwestern states would be pretty good for that. Though
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they might need to tone down the winter just a little bit, maybe, unless
I
they want
honestly,
to, unless they want to do like like a snowed in like plot or something like that. But
hmm
at the same time, I feel like they would want to like show off all the Vikings or Packers things like the stadium and
hmm
get the players in there and all that.
and to be fair though, if they made like a Vikings love story, but got the Coen brothers to direct it like Fargo, or like got like Noah Hawley doing like the Fargo TV show there, kind of like this all really happened. The names of survivors
Yeah.
were changed to respect the dead.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah, like I do, and I imagine for like the Vikings and Packers ones too, they'd probably have some B plot in there about the Vikings Packers rivalry too.
Okay. I think we should get into the movie itself right now because
Yeah.
the B plot in this movie is absolutely insane and has a
Oh
lot more
yeah.
emotional catharsis than the actual like, A plot. So, the movie opens up with like our heroine here. Her name is what's her name again?
Morgan.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so the lead girl's name is Morgan Quinn. She's played by a Holland Roden. Who I only ever seen. She plays John Locke's teenage mother in the season 4 episode of Lost. That's the
Oh.
only thing I can tell if any actor's been in a guest spot on Lost at any point in time, I can instantly clock them. That's my favorite show. But yeah, so it starts off like she's on a date with some guy at a bar and. It's a Bill's bar, so Bill's merchandise up the wazoo.
Yeah,
it is
like,
non-stop.
so
constant.
much. There's so much fucking Bills merch in this.
Mm-hmm.
Like an ungodly amount.
Yeah, and I get it because I've been to Buffalo, I've been tailgating at Bills games before, and people are nuts about the team. Like the amount of random merch they have, just up to down of everything, and so the city does love its team. But it's funny because she's on his date with a guy here, and it's just some I don't know some generic white guy, and
yeah, generic nerdy white guy who's
and he's
he's into soccer and all of this other stuff.
and so she's upset, she's very trying to watch the Bills games on TV right now. I saw on Reddit people were complaining because this game was actually the week 2 game against Miami of last year, so it wasn't even a December game. So people on Reddit were kind of picky about that, but whatever.
That doesn't fit with the continuum. That's not
the error.
That's not lore accurate.
And so, but so she's at this date with this guy at his Bills bar, and it's clearly a Bills bar because everyone's dressed up. They have the buffalo wings all ready and everything. All it's clearly a packed game night. And this guy does not give a fuck about the football at all. He's talking about soccer, everything else in the world. And the date does not working well because she's distracted watching the Bills game. It's on TV. And then it's clearly not going to work out between them. And then she's complaining later on, I can't find a guy, oh my god, what's the problem?
I wish there was some guy that loved the Bills that I could fall in love with.
Yeah, honestly, to be fair to that guy she's on a date with, what the fuck were you thinking, lady?
Yeah,
going
what
on
the
a
fuck
date
did you think you
at
were
game
doing?
night at a Bills bar? That's your fault, not the
Yeah,
guys.
you kind of signed up for that at that point, B.
Yeah, have your first date I don't know, a museum or a cafe or something like that during
Yeah.
afternoon. And then you
find
can convert this guy to being a Bills fan.
Yeah. Fucking slowly just get them into it. Don't shove them straight into the fucking deep end of the pool.
Yeah, honestly, this is red flags for this woman for me. I'm sorry, this is an awful first. You should never agree to this place for a first date. That time and that location. You know what the Bills schedule is going to be. If you're going to pay more attention to the game than the guy, in it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after he leaves and all that, the guy at the bar is what does he say? He says something Yeah, if you go and date a guy less like him or something like that.
And that bartender, he's I don't know his name, but he's in a lot of his Hallmark movies as well. So like, if you're really into the Hallmark movie lore, like you're like, oh, it's that guy from that movie.
Oh, so is he like? Let's see. Yeah, Andrew Walker is his name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So according to IMDb, he's in 5 Hallmark movies this year.
And it looks like, yeah, and like I'm looking at his like this known for, and it's like lots of like these like horror films and all that too. Weirdly enough, just like one Hallmark movie there, Snowden Christmas.
Yeah. This guy screams Canadian actor so much. That's what I kind of love about Hallmark movies and Lifetime movies, is that like you get, because they film a lot of these in Canada, especially in Vancouver, and you get so many Canadian actors pop up, and like it's kind of fun as like a Battlestar Galactica fan and seeing like, oh yeah, that guy from Battlestar Galactica, like, you know, the 5th tier actor, like, you know, some deep plot, like, oh, he's in a Hallmark movie now.
Oh hey, it's that guy.
Mm-hmm. We get to like this lady here, Morgan's you know, she gets back to her family, and her family and the DeLuca family, they've been close family friends for like their entire lives and everything for decades and decades. And so the other guy, Gabe, who's played by Matthew Daddario, again, he looks just like some guy. So he's the male lead of this movie.
Looks like
don't really recognize anything he's from, but so like the DeLuca family, including that family, is you know, his mother and stuff, and like his father, I think, I don't know, but his father's played by Steve Schreiber from The Sopranos.
Like, it totally threw me off when I saw him in there.
Same,
because like when I think Hallmark films, like I think a lot of like, I don't know, like very like D-list like actors you're probably not going to know, and here comes fucking Steve Schreiber out of nowhere.
Yeah, it rules. And like it's funny because during COVID, Steven Schreiber and Michael Imperioli, they has a Talking Sopranos podcast where they every week they would go through they recap Sopranos week by week and have like guest stars on the podcast who were like other Sopranos actors and stuff. Really fascinating podcast because like, you know, it's fun to hear them talk about stories with the Sopranos, but also Steve Schreiber, he has an interesting career because he started off as like a bouncer in Vegas.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, and there's a ton of celebrity stories, and Scorsese found him for Casino. So I think he got his first acting role working with Scorsese, just getting a bit role in Casino.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like he has one episode of the podcast is really funny because he goes on of like what celebrities are good tippers or not, like, you know, which ones are very nice people, and he has one great story where Ben Affleck, a very generous tipper, so like, you know, gave like, you know, him and all the guys because he had a lot of money. But then J-Lo came around and took all the tips back.
Jesus.
But he says a lot of stuff on the podcast too. Like, you know, when talking with Michael Imperioli in the show, like he says like they're talking about, you know, these actors that worked in Sopranos back like 20 years ago. Like, hey, what are they up to right now? And he was always so appreciative, like when like, and after they worked on a show was like 20 years ago, has any role in any TV show ever, because like, hey, work is work, like good for them to keeping up with acting, because if you want to be in acting, you gotta love it. And you know, and with that, it's like, you know, it's nice seeing him pop up in something because like, you know, he likes acting clearly, and he's fun in this movie.
Yeah, he does a good job in it.
Yeah, you know, some bits there where like, you know, apparently he tried jumping through a table at some point, which the Buffalo Bills fan thing where they jump through folding tables, tailgates.
Yeah. I wasn't familiar with the table thing until, like, I think I saw this film.
Oh, it's fun.
It does seem like a fun thing, though.
Yeah, because it started off as a trend when, because Bills fans love their tailgating, even when it's, like, fucking freezing cold outside. And they were just, like, drunk and miserable for so many years because they had a 17-year playoff drought, so, like, they were just a miserable franchise. And who's going to get drunk and jump through tables? So, like, it's kind of, people were mocking them, and then the Bills became good again, so now it's kind of like, you know, thing everyone does out of love.
Yeah, now it's just kind of like a war cry, basically.
Yeah. There's this one ad, I think it's NFL Canada, so I'm not sure if you'll get down the States, but
Are you talking about the not to preemptively guess, are you talking about the baptism one?
The one with the babies putting into the tables?
Yes.
Yeah, it's such a cute ad where, like, they get these little babies, you know, in Bills onesies, and, like, you know, they're having them jump to the first table. So they get, like, you know, like 4 solo cups and a little bit of cardboard, and they just like slowly drop him through the cardboard through the table. Yeah. It's adorable.
It's so fucking cute.
Yeah, it's great. And like Josh Allen said that if you don't know who Josh Allen is, he's the quarterback of the Bills. He's the greatest player to ever play football. He said that if the Bills ever win a Super Bowl, he's going to jump through a table that's on fire. So even if you're not a Bills fan, you should be rooting for that because it'll be really funny to see.
Just at least to see somebody smash through a flaming table.
Yeah, and so like also with like the Bills players, some Bills players have a cameo in this movie later on. Josh Allen's not in this movie whatsoever. One of the reasons is part of me is joking like, well, his wife Haley Steinfeld was in Sinner, so he knows what a good movie looks like. But also, if they filmed these in the summer, and he got married last summer, so probably the reason why he's actually not in this movie was like probably that, because like he pops up in random shit, so it's not like it would be surprising not to see him in this movie. But I don't think that Travis Kelce or Patrick Mahomes were in last year's movie either. Donna Kelce was. Travis Kelce's mom was in that movie.
Their mom? Isn't his mom like kind of like weirdly popular?
Yeah, she is. Like she's like I saw an ad that she's in, or I think it was during the Sunday Night Broadcast or something like that, where they're talking about how like some reality TV show that Donna Kelce's in right now.
Yeah.
The Traitors,
I think I remember hearing about that vaguely.
Yeah, which is just like nuts that an NFL parent can just like pop off like that. You understand the Deion Sanders of the world, like who are like players themselves, but like it's funny to have like a mom kind of be a celebrity, which like I don't mind. I think it's kind of fun that like he loves her sons because Travis Kelce plays the Chiefs and Jason Kelce played for the Eagles, so that one Super Bowl was a lot of fun where she had to like just the mom had to see both her sons play against each other. Like that kind of stuff's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's like I imagine it'd be pretty fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so also with his family, so like the two families are intertwined and everything, and Morgan's has her uncle, Tommy. He was played by another Sopranos actor, Joe Pantoliano.
Yeah, and I didn't realize he was like a Sopranos actor until like I looked it up. Pretty much, I was like, oh, there's two of them. They're coming out of the woodwork.
He's really fucking good in The Sopranos, and it's kind of funny because like both Steve Sciarippa and Joe Pantoliano just have their typical accents at all, which are very much more New Jersey accents than they are upstate New York accents.
Yeah. And, like he plays like the uncle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like he's I enjoyed him in this. He's like a very like fun character.
Yeah, and like he's also like in The Matrix a Cypher as well. Like he's in Memento. He's like a actor's in a lot of things. Do you watch the Bad Boys movies?
No, I have not. Is that the one with Will Smith?
Will Smith, Martin Lawrence.
Yeah. I've seen clips of them. Like I've seen lots of clips of the new one, which looks really fun.
It's the new ones. I think the third and fourth ones, like the more recent ones, are a lot more fun than the Michael Bay ones that he directed. But do you mind if I spoil a little bit of the Bad Boys movies to you?
Sure, I don't mind.
All right, so spoilers for Bad Boys 3, which is called Bad Boys for Life, and Bad Boys 4, which is called Bad Boys Ride or Die. So
turn it off if you don't want to hear that.
Yeah, skip ahead like 1 minute. So Joe Pantoliano plays the police captain in those movies, like who the bad boys really respect. He dies in the third movie, and like oh my god, we got to get revenge, saving everything. In the fourth movie, though, he's basically leaving like jigsaw like tapes behind for them to solve like various crimes, and also Martin Lawrence runs into him in the spirit realm.
What?
Yep. In that movie, Martin Lawrence has a near-death experience, so he he's like thinks I'm invincible now, but he spends a lot of time actually in like purgatory, a spirit realm and stuff. He talks to Joe Pantoliano like in the afterlife. It's so funny, but it's funny watching him to kind of pop off and keep doing things. He's always a fun actor, very engaging. So this movie's nuts. So pretty much the main actual emotional plot line in this movie is that Joe Pantoliano, who plays the lead girl's uncle, he is trying to reconnect with he was in Vietnam War.
There's like two different weird plots there going on. Kinda.
Yeah, so so he's in the Vietnam War, like back in the day, and apparently he fell in love with this one woman. So he sent letters back and forth to the Vietnam War, but completely fell out of touch and stuff. But this woman kept sending money to the family and supporting the whole damn family, as well as like getting Christmas presents for them each year, which is absolutely insane.
And I should know, he does not know it's this woman. He does not know who this person is at all.
So he has this lost love, and then he also has a mysterious benefactor giving him free gifts and money all the time.
Yeah.
And I put two and two together right away because I've seen a movie before.
Yeah, and like...
But yeah, it's just like, it's so like, it's such a baffling thing because like, so our lead character, so she works as a doctor at a hospital. The lead guy, he works as the vice president of like the new building company that's making the new Hallmark Stadium.
Yeah, is he like the architect or?
I don't think he's an architect. I think he's just like the manager of operations or something like that.
Just John Builder, pretty much.
Yeah, he's just so like the old Buffalo Bills Stadium, Hallmark Stadium, is shutting down. It's going to close down this year. Next year, they're opening a new stadium right beside it. And so like he's like, you know, he's the fictional guy who's like, you know, developed this whole stadium. And the whole crux of this movie is pretty much like he's in love with the lead girl secretly. I mean, has been his whole life. And they're just solving this mystery of her uncle, trying to figure out who's giving him all these Christmas gifts and money each year.
Yeah, and like all they have to go off of is like, I think like one ornament, right? Like one little Christmas ornament.
Yeah. So like a lot of the movies, them going like, you know, around Buffalo, going to various spots, trying to solve this big mystery of what's going on. And you know, I don't live in Buffalo or anything, but like I've been there's like it's a lot of like, you know, Buffalo like staples are going to, like a lot of like all the food they're having is very Buffalo oriented. Like
yeah, like I saw somebody talk about like I think I saw somebody like list all of the different like foods that are like and that are like featured that are like very Buffalo specific.
And like at one point they go to a cafe because like every Hallmark movie has them going to a cafe at some point.
Yeah, and like they're talking there for a bit, and then they run into I don't know who they are, but like they're like three different like Bills veterans, aren't they?
Yeah, so they were the Bills guys who were part of the Super Bowl runs back in the 90s because the Bills were in 4 consecutive Super Bowls, which no one's ever done before, and they lost all 4. So so the ones they have there are Scott Norwood, who is the kicker, who had the wide right and lost Super Bowl that one year.
Yeah.
Thurman Thomas, who's the running back for the team then, and Andre Reed, who is their wide receiver. So, you know, again, this Super Bowl they lost like 30 years ago, so these are older guys now. They seem to have fun being in this movie, so good for them. But like, it's also just like these guys are clearly not actors.
Yeah, like, and this kind of jumps ahead a little bit, but like, it seems like all of the Bills players in their feature are just having like tons of fun.
Yeah,
like,
and I think that really helps too. Like, and I think that they have more Bills players in this movie than I think the Chiefs had in the last movie. Which, like, you know, it's nice for Bills fans to see, but like, and of course, like the league was like, "Oh my God, you're Scott Norwood, Thurman Thomas, and Andre Reed." So like, she listed them all off.
Oh, it's this Bills player, and this one.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of them actually do still live in the Buffalo area, so like, you know, they probably is easy to get them part of it. But like. You know, it's part of a team connection to the local area, which is always good to have there too. And you get more of that too because our lead girl, she works at a hospital. She's a doctor, but of course she has to be a complete saintly too. So even on her time off, she's going to the hospital to like, you know,
even when she's not at work, she has to be at work.
Yeah, and she's part of the decorating community, which is like just decorating at the hospital for Christmas things. And I think they actually film this at the Bills Children's Hospital, which is kind of nice.
Oh, okay.
And she's like giving, you know, vaccines to scared kids and stuff who like, you know, afraid of needles. She is the most saintly person in the world, but she's so focused on her job that she can't even see that this like hunk beside her like is absolutely madly in love.
Yeah, and like even at the hospital too, when she's helping them with like the kid with the vaccine, she's like using like some like Bills analogy too to get the kid to not like to feel more comfortable getting a shot and all that.
The funny thing with the Bills analogies, though, it's always the exact fucking same. It's always like, you know, the Bills, they may get knocked down, but they'll rise up again and stuff. And like, you know, they've had adversity before, but like, hey, maybe this will be the year. This will be the time. We can come back this time around. We may have wanted to blow our brains out 4 years in a row, but this is the year we will not want to do that. And they say that a million times in the movie, like, we kind of get it. They have the one metaphor to work with, but they run it to the ground.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like listening to Vikings people like every season too. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, like, to be fair, like no Vikings fan is saying right now this is going to be the year.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. Can't really do much when Nine and JJ are fighting over the same body.
Man, oh man, you poor
I posted about it somewhere, but it's like the fucking it's like the confrontation scene from the David Hasselhoff production of Jekyll and Hyde the musical, where it's constantly just him just like switching between the Jekyll and Hyde fighting and trying to regain control of the fucking body.
Yeah, because he does not play. Look, J.J. McCarthy, the Vikings quarterback, does not look comfortable playing football at all. Like, he seems overwhelmed.
I don't think he looks comfortable doing anything.
Yeah, he looks comfortable when he meditates before games, so that's good for him. But like,
good for him on that.
Seems like maybe
I guess
he wasn't the reason why Michigan was very good as a team.
Yeah,
and it sucks because like last year, like, you got injured so early on, so like you didn't know that your rookie was good or not. They get injured again, so you had to find like week 7 of year 2 to see this guy's actually any good at football, which is just like a long period of time.
Yeah, like a long time to hold on to this guy just to see if he's actually good.
Yeah,
and we ended up getting the answer to that. No.
Yep, and Carson Wentz is injured as your backup, so that's kind of rough too.
Yep, and now he's injured again, so now we have what's his name? Brosmer? Yeah, Max Brosmer. That's who it is.
Yeah. But hey, you gotta be riding high right now because the Vikings did shut out whatever team last week. So
it was the Commanders, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
I am happy about that at least.
Yeah. Football is such a weird sport because of things like that. Where you get shut out one week, and then the following week you just completely dominated again. And you still don't know if your quarterback's the best in the league or not.
Yeah,
like I saw this one ranking that like at the time of recording, the Indianapolis Colts got back Phillip Rivers from retirement, who's been out of the league for 5 years, and I already saw some lists saying like the best quarterbacks in the NFL, and people are already putting Phillip Rivers ahead of JJ McCarthy. Just like, oh, that's so mean and cruel.
And there's a good chance they're probably right too. Let's be honest.
Yeah, the old man Rivers, a literal grandfather.
Yeah, fucking 5 years retired, still better than JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
This is the hell the Vikings are in.
I think Phil Rivers has more children than JJ McCarthy has completions.
Not as many interceptions, though.
No. But yeah, so another thing with this movie too is that they get a family photo at the game before Christmas at Hallmark Stadium. So, but the problem with this year is that like the sister is pregnant, so like extremely pregnant, and so like they're kind of gearing up for like taking the big photo of this game here.
Yeah, and, there's some jokes in there about her like trying to do things to like induce labor in order to give birth before it, like eating spicy food and like yelling.
Talking about all like the the hot sauce you can have beforehand.
Yeah, like she's like yeah.
So like the big climax is going to be at this the final game before Christmas, which like I didn't think was a really big thing. But apparently it might be for these people because like I was at the final game for Christmas last year when I saw the Pats play, and the funny thing is like the clips they show of a Bills game happening against the Patriots was the game that I was at last year, which is like the funny
I remember
thing.
You mentioned that when you were watching it.
I lost my mind because like holy shit, am I in a Hallmark movie? This is insane.
Yeah, if you just zoom on one like part of where it shows the crowd, there's a little Brian Wishart just having the time of his life.
Red beard freezing my ass off. That game was I don't figure it was in Fahrenheit, but it was like minus 25 Celsius. It was the coldest game of the NFL season. It was freezing. It was so much fun.
I don't know how cold that is in Fahrenheit, but I'm gonna assume it's fairly cold.
Let's see. Minus 25 Celsius to Fahrenheit. Negative 13 Fahrenheit.
Yep, that's cold.
That's pretty cold. But yeah, so like they also gear up for the tailgate as well beforehand, which is like, a big tradition. And I love tailgating. Every American I met tailgating was the friendliest person I've ever met in my entire life. Like, loved hearing talking to Canadians about the game and everything. I was even there with a couple of Pats fans. My buddies are Pats fans because they're monster idiots. They're dressed up like, Tom Brady jerseys and like, you know, all kinds of like Patriots equip gear and stuff like that, and like some lightful ribbing here and there. But like, we never felt like we were in danger. Like we were, it was fun.
Yeah, you weren't gonna have like roving Patriots fans come to beat the shit out of you or anything like that.
Didn't feel any danger there.
The roving gangs.
But like before that, part of the scene where they're at the hospital there, there's a bunch of Bills players who are interacting with all the kids to play with the kids there. A bunch of Bills players to the hospital, like, you know, helping out the kids and everything. So you get Deion Dawkins, who's good playing football. Dwayne Carter, who's whatever at football, and you get Damar Hamlin. Damar Hamlin is the safety who died on the field, or his heart stopped on the field. He came back to life though.
I'm trying to remember which one it is, but there was one of them I saw during that scene that like particularly was having like a very good time. Like when Santa comes in, who we haven't talked about Santa much, but he's like he's a very consistent like person throughout this.
Yeah, so there's one guy who's this someone who's like, oh, you look a lot like Santa Claus. Like, oh, I got that a lot. And Hallmark movies always have Santa being a literal person. It's always the real Santa doing all this stuff too. The actor they have playing Santa in this movie is the same guy who was Santa in the Chiefs one as well. So there's some continuity there. Is that, like, you know, this Santa is consistent. I think it's Deion Dawkins who's really excited to see Santa Claus.
Yes. Like Deion, like I think right before they announced Santa coming out, he's like kicking his feet and all that, like in excitement. And then at one point he's like showing like Santa's like little teddy bear and all that, and like Santa makes some comment like, "Aren't you a bit old for this?" Yeah,
it's fun, and like also like I don't know. You have Damar Hamlin, who literally, you know, has danced with the devil and survived, like interacting with kids at like a children's hospital. That's a little too close to death, I think, for these kids, you know?
Yeah, like just do you think like at some point off camera he just like talked about it or mentioned it?
I would love to see Damar Hamlin get into like a fugue state where he's just like, you know, like, what I saw in the nether realm, like, you know, the way I fought back the demons I slayed, you know, to get back the artifact to let me return to the human realm. Like,
Death stood above me in his cloaked shroud.
Yeah, like, I'm so, like, Damar Hamlin, I love him to death. It's just so funny that, like, did you watch the game as it happened?
Maybe. I don't know if I did or not.
Because it was a primetime game. It was in Cincinnati. There was an interception, I think, like a turnover. So then T. Higgins made a tackle against Damar Hamlin, and T. Higgins' head like hit Damar Hamlin's chest and like hit him at a weird spot, and like his heart stopped entirely. And they like everyone's looking at the field like, oh shit, our guy died, and like they ended up ending the game early.
Right. Oh,
and they're watching it live. I'm like, Jesus, like, and like every
I think I remember that now.
Yeah. Because you know, like when every player, like when someone gets injured and it's rough, like every player kind of kneels down and like, oh, it's really bad. That was one where like Josh Allen was crying, Joe Burrow was crying, everyone was crying. Like, oh, like did someone actually die? And then they ended the game, like they stopped the gameplay entirely and they counted the game as like it was like a forfeit game, so like no one won the game. It was like an insane thing to witness, and like so glad he bounced back and like like, but also like the Bills defense is so bad that like. The fact that Damar Hamlin's even a starter, he's injured right now, but like he should not be a starter in football. You should not be fielding dead guys on your roster.
We should probably not like let the guy who's like 1 foot in the grave onto the field.
Well, I guess the Colts are doing with Phillip Rivers. Like he's going to die of old age any second now.
Probably.
But I don't know, like Buffalo Bills, get back O.J. Simpson. Just do it.
Yeah, just fucking Weekend at Bernie's him.
Yeah. I'm just sure like, O.J. Simpson can get a couple more yards, like, you know.
Get like a big enough like shirt and pants to like have some guy just hop into the back of the costume and just have him just fucking waving, just like running around and flailing his fucking arms. He'll probably do something. Yeah,
it'll probably be better than. I think the Bills could use some dead players or receivers. They're probably better than the current receivers they have. But speaking of the Bills organization too, there's one part where the lead guy, Abe, I guess his name is, he's like at the Bills facility there, you know, talking about the new stadium, and he's walking around with Sean McDermott, who's the head coach of the Bills.
Oh, that was Sean McDermott. Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't recognize him.
Yeah. Sean McDermott, the best story with Sean McDermott is a few years ago, he gave a motivating speech to the Buffalo Bills team where he said that He's using the 9/11 hijackers to inspire them. It's like, hey, like, look at what they were able to do. They were able to like work together as a team and like, take over the plane. They did something absolutely great. And, like,
Jesus Christ.
And then that's whatever. I'm not sure exactly what day that happened, but after that story got leaked, the Bills went on like an 8-game winning streak.
I guess it did its job then.
So have you ever seen any like Inshallah Sean McDermott memes? It's because he was rooting.
Is that the one of him with the fucking?
Yep, the headwear on. Yeah, because of his him thinking Al Qaeda was an inspiration for football. So yeah, he's a character, all right. And but yeah, so he just like gives like a basic exchanges platitudes with the main guy. Gives again the same damn motivating speech that every character gets. He's like, oh yeah, the Bills when they're down they come back up and they win things.
Yeah,
like we get it. So, but at the big game itself, we cut footage of the game I was at, and the sister is about to go into labor, so they have to leave the game. Everyone's happy that the kid's gonna be born, a new member of the Bills Mafia, but they kind of bummed they didn't get their photo. But then Gabe, he pulls some strings, and before Christmas, they're able to go on to the field at Hallmark Stadium with like every Bills player and coach you talked about beforehand. And,
all the stars are here.
All the stars are here except for Josh Allen. And all the other major starters of the team. And they have to get their family photo on the field, as well as they're able to like do a couple like a pickup game of football. Everyone's happy.
Wasn't there like another guy that they revealed like at the end, like among the players who's like with like some like other veteran, or was that just Sean McDermott that came out?
Oh, I forget who it was. I think there's someone else.
Let me check my notes quick.
I know there's like one of the Bills broadcasters there, but because I don't watch a lot of Buffalo media, didn't know who it was.
It was Jim Kelly. That's who it was.
Jim Kelly. Yes, yeah, the quarterback. Yeah, the quarterback who lost all 4 Super Bowl games. There's a lot of a lot of losers game. Like DeMar Hamlin lost at life for a little bit, and all these players lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. So Morgan realized that Gabe loves her, so they kiss and everything. Everything's all happy. They of course solve the mystery to determine that the woman who's sending Joe Pantoliano all the money is the same woman he was messaging back in Vietnam. Most obvious mystery in the world.
Then during the first game there, they have like a big and they have him like propose to her like on the field.
Yes, because it's one of those like salute our troops type things.
Yeah, the salute our troops thing, which like I didn't mention it when you first mentioned, but like it's fucking surreal too that the Vietnam War is something that happened in the Hallmark universe.
Yep. Yeah.
Because
it's like of course it's America, so you gotta route the troops and everything. So like he gets a special tribute at the game and everything, and like she gets part of it too. Like, it is like, yeah, it's like, oh, there's one of my most popular Letterboxd reviews for a movie called Christmas in Mississippi, where it takes place in Mississippi. There's a guy who looks like Santa Claus, lives in the bayou, and a girl falls in love with some guy who's a soldier. But he's about to get deployed back to the Middle East. Santa's big miracle is that
is this like another Hallmark movie too?
Yes, another Hallmark movie. So in Christmas in Mississippi, through Santa's matching and stuff like that, he's able to come back home for Christmas because the war is over in the Middle East. So in Christmas in Mississippi, Santa Claus causes world peace. Give him the FIFA World Peace Prize. Don't give Donald Trump that.
Yeah, give it like how do you think Santa like ended it? Because like
I don't know. I'm fascinated.
Yeah, and also like the fact that he's going to the Middle East too implies that 9/11 happened also.
Yep, 9/11 happens. Yep, I feel like all these Hallmark movies have some sort of like post 9/11 Americana built into them.
Yeah,
I just assume that like. Of course, all like, especially the salute our troops type thing. Like Canada has that too, with like CFL games and stuff, where you support, like, have a soldier on the field and everything like that. But like America has the flyovers, it has the fighter jets, it has the recruitment stuff. Where like
we pull out all of our stops for the people that we do just not give a shit about as soon as we're done bringing them out there.
Kind of like football players.
Yeah, just like football players.
Yeah. That's why Philip Rivers had to come back out of retirement to get some health care.
Just one last mission.
one last mission. But yeah, so like Uncle Tommy and what's her face are together now, despite them like being pen pals like 50 years or something. And like they play well. Both actors in that scene are very, very good with it. It's just so funny that B plot has a lot more emotional sincerity than Morgan and Gabe coming together, because like Gabe is like admits like, "Oh, I love you, Morgan," and like,
how do I tell her how do I tell this woman I love her and all that,
and
like.
Just tell the pretty girl you think she's hot and you want to bang her. Simple as that. Bam.
Even Santa says this to him at one point.
Yeah, it's all Bill's metaphors too. Like, well, like you gotta like rally up.
Yeah, like trying to explain to Santa how much you love her through like Bill's metaphors.
Yeah. Fifth time's the charm.
Yeah,
and that's one thing that's going to piss me off. They keep making these movies too, because like. I don't like the idea that Santa Claus is also helping Kansas City Chiefs fans with their love lives.
Yeah,
I think that Santa Claus, if they keep making these, if it comes down to like, I don't know, like, Holiday Touchdown, a Titans love story, it's just be like, fuck it, you don't deserve love, you idiots. Like, pick a better team.
Like there's just some teams that deserve love less than others.
100%. I think every fan base can agree with that. Like, Browns fans don't deserve love at all.
Yeah. Bears. Maybe.
The Bears love story, that'll be a hell of a movie.
Las Vegas Raiders? Definitely.
I would watch, Raiders love story, that can't be on Hallmark. That's gotta be like...
That has to be Lifetime.
No, it has to be A24. It has to be like a Sassy Brothers movie. It has to be like something a lot more intense than that.
Yeah, because like, there's no joy in being a Raiders fan. Like...
No.
The one Raiders fan I know is fucking Ed Zitron, and every time I hear him talk about it, he just wants to kill himself.
Yeah, because they're an awfully ran organization with an owner that looks like Chucky from Child's Play.
I've not seen their owner.
Oh. All right, do yourself a huge favor right now. Look up Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. That's... Oh my fucking god.
So... Mark Davis is the owner of the Raiders, so he's a billionaire. He has, like, he's a man who's like 50, something like that. It looks kind of like jowly and old, but he has like very like looks like Robert Redford kind of red hair with like a bowl cut.
Crazy, yeah, like his that bowl cut does not look good on you at that age. Dude.
He goes to someone to get that. He has a specific barber he goes to.
He has a guy. Like every few months, he has a specific guy that he goes to and just says, "Just fuck my shit up.
Give me the old razzle dazzle.
You know what I want. Give it to me. Yes, sir." And just gets out the fucking colander.
Yeah, everyone at home, you gotta be looking at Mark Davis's photo right now. Load up in your phone. Load up somewhere. His photo's insane.
I don't care if you're driving. You can look it up in traffic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, be on the highway, look at your phone. This is more important than you surviving. So
exactly.
There's also this hilarious story too, where he's dating like a 25-year-old, and the 25-year-old says like she didn't know that Mark Davis was a billionaire. She was just attracted to his smile. And like, no, you look at that haircut, you do not fall in love with this old man. Like,
I don't. That's not this. I mean, yeah, that's not the. That's not a smile I'd fall in love with.
Yeah, that's a smile you run away from.
Yeah, like if I saw that, I'd shut my doors and close my blinds.
It looks like Aunt Gladys from Weapons. Like, it looks terrifying.
Oh my god, it literally does. He kind of just looks like he kind of just looks like gender bent Aunt Gladys, pretty much.
That's why he's probably doing some rituals, like really fuck over the team, like stealing all their hair and like setting on fire and stuff.
Yeah, that's why he just like goes into the fucking
some witch curse.
He goes into the Raiders locker room after every game and just is like going out there with a fine tooth comb and like a magnifying glass for hairs and shit.
That's probably why Sebastian Janikowski was the best kicker they ever had, because he had no hair, so he didn't have any hair for Chucky to go steal.
Yeah, exactly. There was no strings on him.
Yeah, thank God. But I don't know how we got on this tangent, but
I think I don't know. I think we were just talking about like the fucking like if other teams had Hallmark specials.
Other teams. Yeah, which like I assume they're going to do.
That's some of them deserve love more or less than others.
Which is 100% true, and every sports fan can agree. There's teams that deserve love less than others. And I assume that any Bears fans out there totally think that they don't deserve love at all, which is like accurate. But
I can think of a couple.
And like there's some teams like you're a Vikings fan, Lions are a division rival, but like same time. You kind of want the Lions to have something, right? Because they've been such losers for a century.
I think the Lions could get a little bit of it. Bears could get a little bit of it. Not so much the Packers.
No, fuck the Packers. But I feel like a Packers love story is probably a small market team. You can have some fun. If you're doing a Hallmark movie, like Packers, small market team, everyone's an owner, cheesehead hats. You can probably like make that into a Hallmark movie pretty easily.
God, the cheeseheads, there will be so many of them.
My God, it's disgusting. Like
1 in 5 people in that film will have a cheesehead on.
Like it should be doing all the big romance scenes too. Like it should be like
they try to kiss in their
penetration. Full penetration.
They try to kiss and their cheeseheads just bump into each other.
I think you just wrote the new movie.
Oh God, I did. What have I done?
Written by a Vikings fan.
Maybe
that's the way you can do it. Is he just have a cycle between so the Chiefs had the last one, right? They've Dad dicked the Bills for so many years now in the playoffs. So now the Bills should get to write the next one. So the Bills should probably write a New York Jets love story. The Jets have not beat anyone in years. Let's say the Dolphins, right? Do the Dolphins, right? And then have the Dolphins, they beat the Broncos 70-20, then do a Broncos love story. So you go through the team of the conquerors writing a love story for the losers.
Yeah, like history's written by the winners, pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the winners fucking hate the losers.
Oh, we absolutely do. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what else this movie. Like, this movie is there's not much substance to it. Like, we covered the whole plot.
There was one thing I did notice during it too, is that the soundtrack is weird. It's kind of a little bit more higher quality too. It's in some ways.
Yeah, it's still very much like
in the opening, when they're driving, they have Frank Sinatra playing and all of that. And a lot of the songs feel a little bit more I don't know, they had to put a little bit more money in there to get the rights to them.
A lot of times movies the very twinkly kind of score that's clearly stock music and stuff that costs nothing to procure. But there was some stuff in this movie that had that, but this movie also does have the very twinkling kind of score to it, because all these Hallmark movies do. But
there was one song too in there that I'm trying to remember which scene it was. I think it was a little bit before the scene where he's describing his love to Santa in football terms, but there's this really this really loud, whiny vocalist starts just singing, and then I'm like, who the hell is that? So I Shazam it, and it's Holiday by Jimmy Fallon, the Jonas Brothers, and LL Cool J.
They got a Jonas Brothers song in here?
Wow. And and it immediately made sense why it sounded whiny, because it was Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon in this fucking movie, Jesus Christ.
God.
Do you see that one interview that Jimmy Fallon did with Sam Altman, where Sam Altman was like,
oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah, I couldn't raise my kids, it was for ChatGPT. I rely on ChatGPT for things.
Oh God.
One of my mutuals on Twitter, she is a mother of 2, and she's, after she saw that interview, she's like, yeah, I asked ChatGPT for a diet plan just to see how this would work for my infant, and ChatGPT recommended honey, and that's how you get kids botulism. So don't do that.
Just honey, nothing but honey.
Yeah. So Fallon sucks, and it sucks about Fallon's involved in this movie.
Fuck off. Fuck all of the Jimmys. Yeah. Most of the late night hosts that have a J in their name. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Fallon, James Corden, Jimmy Kimmel.
Corden's the
Jay
worst
Leno.
person. Corden is one of my least favorite celebrities who's ever existed. I hate him so much. I
can't stand James Corden. I'm so glad he's not in late night anymore.
I think that America just got rid of him. I think it's fuck off, go back across the pond. We don't want you.
Yeah. He was one of the first deportations.
And honestly, if Biden took credit for that, he probably could have won re-election.
Yeah, Trump wasn't elected yet, but they found a way to do it.
Yeah, and everyone was happy about it. Oh,
Everyone
did you ever?
rejoiced.
Speaking of awful movies, do you ever see that Cinderella movie that he was a producer of that came on Amazon Prime like 2022?
No, I did not. But now that you're mentioning it, I kind of remember it, and I do not remember it being good.
It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life, and that was the one where like he has some very unique idea for Cinderella. He's going to, as a producer and writer, he's going to, really blow people's minds away. And it's just the most basic, boring Cinderella story ever. And it's just ugly visual effects, ugly dancing. That was the one where he and the other dancers dressed up as like animals and stuff like that, and blocked traffic in Los Angeles to do like, a flash mob type thing. Yeah.
Oh. Ugh.
It is atrocious. Like it's truly.
I hated that.
It's such a bad, awful stuff.
Nothing gets goodwill for your film like pissing off people in traffic.
Like there's with La La Land. So the first scene in the movie, like they blocked off traffic in Los Angeles to like film the first musical number. And I remember like a year before that movie came out, people on Twitter bitching of like, oh, they're blocked off the fucking highway to like do some like film some fucking movie here. And now I'm gonna be late, like 3 hours late for work and everything. And it being for La La Land and like
yeah.
And just like watching all of it and stuff, like, oh wow, this is the scene where they blocked out the traffic, and it's one of the worst sound mix scenes I've ever heard in my entire life. Can't even hear shit.
I haven't had the chance to see La La.
Good movie, very good movie.
I think it did like that song for like a choir performance, like a college choir performance or something.
Which
like
song?
that. Another Day of Sun, I believe it was.
Oh yeah, that's the song. Yeah, that's the song they stopped the highways for.
Yeah, good song. Good song.
Good song, good movie. Yeah, so speaking of movies, I think we have different opinions if this movie was good or not. I'm leaning towards this movie is just kind of like, it's generic Hallmark fare. Even as a Bills fan, it was mildly amusing, but like, if you're not going to be captured by the Hallmark whimsy of it all, I'm not sure if I'd really check it out, because I think you have to have some like, I don't want to say joy in your heart, because I have some joy in my heart, but I just like, you need to like, be able to surrender yourself to the cheesiness of a Hallmark movie, which like, it depends if you're willing to do that or not.
That's kind of what happened to me, pretty much. Like, mind you, I did get a little high watching it, which kind of helped, which like helped a lot.
Absolutely.
But like,
I was several beers in watching this movie.
You need some kind of inebriation to enjoy it.
Yeah, but honestly, with the Hallmark movies, if you want to have some like eggnog, like a late morning movie that you don't have to really think much about, you can be on your phone half the time watching these movies because not much happens.
Yeah, like it's very like as soon as you surrender yourself to it, like it becomes like much more enjoyable.
Yeah, and I feel like if you have not watched many Hallmark movies, I feel like I'm kind of jaded because I've seen a lot of them, and I realized like the very similar tropes. I know like. Everyone looks the same. Everyone sounds the same.
I've not seen a lot of them, but I do recognize a lot of the tropes right off the bat.
One thing I will absolutely give this movie, as well as the Chiefs one too, is that it's so easy for sports to be completely gendered and to be like a very male-dominated sphere. And I really like how these movies present it as like men and women. Everyone loves this team they're rooting for. It's not really like this is just like a guy saying the women are just as into the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs in movies as like the guys are. It's not like like the lead woman is just as much into it as the lead guy. It's kind of a fun. I do appreciate it for that because it's kind of there's a way where you can kind of have it be like oh, here's how first down works and here's where interception is. Like,
hey woman, here's how this works.
Yeah. And like there's ways this movie could be very very basic with its gender depictions of gender assignments of what men are into, what women are into. I do like kind of go everyone's kind of just invested into the football as a sport, the fandom, as well as the holiday in general. And you can see that it's just kind of like good because like you can see how a way worse version of the movie could work out where like it's the guy like getting the woman to fall like football.
Yeah, and like mansplaining it to him a ton and but like it doesn't do that. Like everyone's kind of on the same page when it comes to like ball knowing.
Yeah, and like the funny stuff they have in this movie is like players, Bills fans debate like what's the best Bills game ever, and it's like debating this game and that game. Everyone pretty much settles on it's the wild card game was the Patriots because that pretty much ended the Patriots dynasty and got the Bills into the
Yep.
playoffs. Like, but it's people actually knowing ball, which is kind of interesting because, like, if this movie were to appear on, like, I don't know, like, if Barstool Sports did an original Christmas movie, it'd be a lot more sexist than this.
Very much more, very sexist. They will find a way to get one woman to be in a bra.
Yeah. Maybe that could be the Browns love story movie. That would be just the sexist one. Like,
yeah, just the one where they just go all out on, like, just drop all drop all notions of, like, friendliness and, like, the cheeriness. Let's just go full sleaze.
Yeah, just get, like, Quinshon Judkins and Deshaun Watson are your cameos. Like, yeah. So, any more final thoughts about the movie at all?
I think that's pretty much everything, I guess. For my first Hallmark film, I don't know. I can at least understand the appeal of it. Mm-hmm. I can understand what people get out of them.
Would you want to watch more Hallmark movies this holiday season? Or it's kind of a one and done for you?
If I see
they're all
any
the same,
that, like,
so.
Yeah, they're all the same. Like, it's all the same, but I don't know. If I might at least check out the Chiefs one.
Yeah, I think you would have fun with the Chiefs one as being a football fan.
Just to see, like, how it compares to the Bills one. Mm-hmm. And I might check, and I'm probably going to check out the murder mystery one, just to see if it gets, like, any more, like, gory, or, like if they show a drop of blood.
Yeah, like, I need to find out what there's one October Halloween one I saw, which actually had a lot of death and murders, like some cults and sacrifices too, and witches. Like, I need to find out what it was called, because it was actually Devil's Diary, maybe? I'll have to double check it. But
I'll check quick. Devil's Diary. There is a Canadian horror television show for that.
Was it Hallmark? Because that's what I'm thinking of, yeah. It was a Lifetime movie, Lifetime, so it wasn't quite Hallmark, but it's close enough.
Close enough.
Close enough. And Hallmark and Lifetime movies, they're both trying to appeal to the same demographic, but in different ways.
Yeah, their own special ways.
Yeah, like, my final thoughts on the movie is that, like, it's fun to watch as a Bills fan at the same time. I've seen this movie before, but it's also kind of fun to watch a movie that's, everyone's kind of in on the hobby, which I mentioned before is kind of an interesting thing because it's so easy to go a different direction. And it was fun, breezy watching. I was several beers deep because I was watching that Monday Night Football game that was atrocious. And and I watched after the football game, and it's like, there are worse Hallmark movies to watch. There were worse TV movies to watch, and it was just a breezy kind of festive movie to watch, and I'm kind of glad I watched it. So
yeah, I ultimately enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I'm glad I was able to get you on to yap about the movie with me a fair amount, because this is a very fun discussion.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have been on.
Yeah. So Ethan, thank you so much for joining me. Do you have anything you want to plug?
Yes, I will plug. I don't really use, like, X and, like, or stuff like that. Or
call it Twitter, don't call it X.
Yeah, shit, I was thinking of Blue Sky. I use Blue Sky and Twitter a lot, but, like, more on the down low. I will plug my Instagram, though. The Artist at the End. I do lots of, like, I post, like, photography there from, like, concerts I see in my area. Kind of more of a lean towards, like, hardcore punk, like, metal show, stuff like that. Occasionally I'll do more, like, I do photos of lighter stuff, but that's more of my niche.
Okay, cool. I will have your Instagram link posted in the episode description.
All right.
And so you can follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Letterboxd at BWishart. I can also follow MoviePod on Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, and Instagram. So next week on the podcast, this is just a bonus episode, so MoviePod continues regular episodes. On Tuesday, I'm going to be joined by Andrew Joe Potter. We're going to be talking the James Bond film that takes place at Christmas, On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which is one of my favorite Bond movies, and absolute blast rewatching it, and I'm so stoked to talk about that. Have you seen that one, Ethan?
I haven't seen that many of the Bond films. The one I think I've been wanting to check out a lot is Live and Let Die.
Oh, that one's wild.
Primarily because of because of the actor that plays the kind of the lead henchman in it. I forget the name of the actor.
Yaphet Kotto is the villain in the movie. He is also an alien.
Yeah, like the one, like he has like that thing where he's like, he has some scene where he's like playing the flute and all that, and then he like,
oh, Baron Samedi. I forget what the actor's name is though.
Yes, yes. Let me look up his name very quickly. Baron Samedi. James
Jeffrey Holder.
Yes, Geoffrey Holder. Yes, There's this great video I saw on him like years ago, like talking about his career. He's done like so much like different things, like painter, costume designer, actor. He was the 7-Up guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like had a very, very big career.
Yeah, he has a pretty small role in the movie, but he's very memorable. Extremely memorable. Live and Let Die is a blast. Like, it's clearly trying to do an homage to the blaxploitation movies of the era too, but in a very white British way of doing so. So
yeah,
these are being pretty problematic at points in time. But it's one of my favorite James Bond movies. I think it's an absolute blast. It has an incredible boat chase to it, which is awesome. But yeah, absolutely check out Live and Let Die. That's a great movie.
I'll definitely look into it.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining me, Ethan, and thank you everyone at home for listening. And until next week, take care.